Hey guys, and welcome back to Overtakes. This is Misfit.
And I'm Kel.
And we are going to hit you with our picks for Wednesday.
Alright. So, starting it off the docket, we got the Seoul Dynasty versus Dallas Fuel. So, kind of a rematch of the very beginning of the last stage.
Yeah, the first match we had, in fact.
It was probably, that was considered by many people to start the first couple weeks, probably the best match of the stage.
I think this one's going to be a good one, too.
Oh, definitely.
The way Dallas has been playing. Yeah. The only thing that's scary is the way Seoul's been playing, man.
Right. I mean, this is two teams that are feeling really good about where they're at, and this is going to be the ultimate test to see where Dallas actually is.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking on that too. They did well last week. They did play. I mean, they won four in a row, but two of them were against Shanghai. Which, they're better, but they're still the worst team in the league. Right. Let's just be honest. And
they went 3-1 on both of their matches last week. Yeah. So
they look good.
Marked improvement.
Yes.
But is it enough to beat Seoul? I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no too. With the way they played last week? No. Yeah.
I think if they get a little bit tighter, I think they can make it a tight game and they can make it competitive. Do I think it's going to be enough? No.
I don't think so. I think we're going to see a similar situation to the last one. Yeah. It's definitely going to come down to the last map.
Yeah, it's going to come down to map 4 whether or not they can.
It's going to come down to 66.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of whether they lose 3-1 or 3-2.
3-2, yeah. That's the way I'm looking at it. And also the one thing, who has the better Sombra? Because there's a couple of Sombra. Mm-hmm. We got Nepal and we have 66. So and
some really strong Nepal some really strong Sombra levels for them to play on.
Especially 66. And I think Seoul. Who the hell's been playing it for Seoul? That was playing really, really good. Crap. Maybe it was Jaehong.
Yeah, I think it has been Jaehong. He's been playing a really strong Sombra.
So yeah, and
I think you were thinking of somebody on like the.
Yeah, I was thinking
Philly or something, or is either Philly or New York had one of their people you would not have expected.
Oh, it was Hagelpin. On
London. That's right. That's who you were really thinking of. But yeah, I think it is Jaehong that
But he's got a solid Sombra because he played her a couple times in the last one on Horizon. Yeah, and he looked good. But I think Dallas is going to give a match because with the additions that they made with AKM. And Rascal, that's giving them a diversity pool of DPS guys, unbelievable.
Yeah, and I think we'll see, with how strongly he played, I think we'll definitely see XQC in this game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Possibly maybe Taimu off-tank.
Yeah.
You
can definitely run Taimu on the Roadhog, especially on Nepal.
Maybe on, actually, I think he works really well on Hollywood, doesn't he?
Yeah, I would say on Hollywood. Especially
maybe I'm thinking more 66.
66 on the last point.
Yeah.
On the last point at 66 and the inside when you get by the tractor trailer and all that, he's good.
Yeah.
Hanamura too. You can run him on Hanamura defense point B.
Well, I think one real thing to really watch out for tonight is Seagull going to play.
Yeah, that's the X factor. Are they, are they gearing him up to play something else? Well, not gearing up, because he plays Zarya pretty well.
Yeah. Are they going to maybe try him as an off-tank?
Yeah, like an off-tank Zarya, and then, when you need a Junkrat, like certain maps. Right. Because these maps that are on here, honestly, aren't really his hero pool's cup of tea, compared to the other guys, the way the other guys play the certain heroes.
Right. Yeah, because, there's not really a strong Junkrat map. And that's definitely his best character.
Yeah, and he does play Genji and Pharah, but you're going to take AKM or Effect out.
Yeah.
That's the thing there.
Right.
And Seoul, I think they just are on a different level now. They're in their comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And if Bunny is not barfing in the back room today, like he was, watch out, because he was on fire, man.
Yeah, he was shredding.
And obviously they got the support domination in this one with Jaehong and Toby. Yeah. I didn't realize how good Toby was on Lucio until I watched those matches last week. Holy cow.
That being said, I think Dallas's supports have come a really long way from where they were. Harry Hook, since the Mercy changes, has really come out a lot stronger than we ever saw him in the first stage, and I think that's a huge improvement for Dallas.
Yeah, and they didn't even play Chips last week.
Yeah, we didn't see any Chips at all last week, so I'm curious to see if we see some of him. I think they're kind of waiting a little bit more. I think they want a little bit more of a comeback from Zen. And we'll see a lot more Ana play to counter Zen because of that the bio nade to negate the Transcendence.
That's big. But you know what? I think too, because I've been hearing different things from other people talking, especially on the broadcast. But they're saying that Custa is a little bit more forward with shot calling and loud, not louder, but he talks more in comms. So I think that's why he's been playing a little bit more than Chips.
More communicative and just letting everyone know how things are going. And that totally is reasonable. I would probably want that guy. Support. You need that from a support. And then, so maybe if we see Taimu, he'll kind of counter that or to be a little bit better on that.
Right.
And so they can play Chips so they can kind of keep that level of communication without sacrificing one way or the other.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be a decent plan, at least in my book. But we both have Seoul in this one. And let's move on. Battle of California coming up. One of them. The Valiant and Waiting for Sinatra. I mean, San Francisco.
It really sounds like a terrible...
It is a terrible...
It's just a terrible romantic comedy that is just like... It's going to star like Hugh Grant. It's gonna be like that. The like Valentine's Day or the
something on Lifetime.
Yeah, no,
Hallmark Channel
where it's got like there's like 8 different.
Oh God, like one of those 4 rooms or one of those.
Not even 4 rooms, but like those other terrible romantic comedies that have that like there's like 5 different storylines going on at the same time. Ugh. That is Waiting for Sinatra, and that is the extent of kind of how we feel on the San Francisco Shock right now, because they're kind of floating right now.
Yeah, and they played better.
Yeah, and it's not to say that they haven't improved.
They're just kind of stagnant, like you said. They're just kind of like there, like floating around, doing what they do. There's like they're not looking worse. They're not looking better. They're just what they are.
Like right now, they're in the lazy river at the water park.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going down or like some people are going down like the huge massive slide. Other people are in the wave pool, and they're just like, where'd everybody go?
And the Mayhem are in the disco room.
And even the Mayhem are in the disco room and
eating cookies
and Shanghai is they're still changing into their suits.
They lost their fucking swimsuit.
Yeah, someone robbed them in their locker.
Yeah, they can't find their locker key or something, man.
They're digging around the wave pool for their locker key.
No, they're waiting out front for the rest of their fucking party to show up.
They're just waiting by the gate. Like, you guys gonna be here soon? We want to do some rides.
The Mayhem's even in there. They're eating cookies by the pool. Dude, if you guys haven't seen it, go on. I'll put a link up. The Mayhem trying fucking Girl Scout cookies was great. Unbelievable. I haven't laughed that much in a while. That's a strong cookie.
And they've really used the term strong for a lot of them. I don't know if that's a Swedish thing, but it was great.
It was hilarious.
Those guys are hilarious.
Speaking of needing to be strong, the other team in this match, we got sidetracked, but you know what? That happens. The Valiant, they need a strong showing here.
They need to come out and they need a 4-0 sweep. Yeah, they need to desperately make up on their
they do
on their map differential and just in so many ways. And they need wins, they need map differential, and then they just need a good confidence boost and a good teeth kicking. Yeah, they need to get back to where they were. And a lot of it has to Fate and Envy have to play like they did. Yes. In the middle to the early part of the latter part of stage 1. Yeah. Where they were just taking over games. Yeah, they need to do that. And I also think they need to switch up some of their DPS because Agilities and Soon just have not been performing at the level that they need to be. Yeah. I don't know if they need to put in. I'd like to see some Silk Thread tonight. Yeah, Silk Thread. Really think that they need to do that. Or
give Grim Reality a shot in there. I know they switched coaches at the end of the last, so a lot of stuff, but they have Kareev training on DPS. I mean, I don't know. Their DPS is like kind of a mess other than Soon right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the only consistent player they have in their DPS roster is Soon.
Yeah.
And he generally just plays Tracer.
Right. He's a really good Tracer, but at the same time, he can only do so much.
Yeah, and he can do Widow, but...
And he's not a player like Undead where he can carry them to a win or two.
Yeah.
He's just not that kind of player. He needs other people around him performing so he can get enough space to really properly
do what he needs to do. Yeah.
Do what? Yeah, exactly.
And as far as San Francisco goes, like we said, they're just like middle of the road. It's
right.
And it's not bad.
I mean, they're like they're middle of the road, but like
lower.
Their speed, or they're going like under the speed limit in the fast lane right now.
Yeah. Pretty much, with their blinker on.
Yeah. they just look a step behind everybody. We're
just like comedians with the shot today. We're just fucking tearing them apart, man. Easy target, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I like their DPS. Their DPS are good. Their supports are playing better. Dak looked good on Ana for the first time in a pro match. I mean, right. And his Lucio is sick.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But like, I don't know. They're just missing something. They don't have that like they don't have that big playmaker or that just really really strong player that can completely take a game over. Like there's times where Baby Bay shows flashes of that, but there's also times where it's like every 3 seconds, every time he comes back, as soon as he jumps in, he's getting picked off.
Yeah.
So it's just tough to tell, and I feel like it is exactly the situation like we said. They're waiting for Sinatra to come in, and that I think will be the main change, but it'll be too late by that.
Yeah, and the thing is the one thing I've noticed is Dante's picked up his game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dante's
he's gotten like markedly better than he was at the beginning of the season. Because I thought he was a weak point on the team, and now I'm kind of going, I don't know if he's a weak point on their roster right now.
One of their strongest players. I think
because he's been playing a good Tracer, and whatever he's been on, he's just been doing well, and. It's just, but it's not over the top. When
you have that ultimate feast or famine player in Baby Bay, it's really tough because if he's not feasting, you are starving to death because he's just not contributing at all because he's just dead so much, and he's hyper aggressive at times, and it just gets them into so many poor situations where they just don't have enough damage to do anything.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that he's like all right, in baseball, on my team, he's Aaron Judge. He'll strike out 5 times, but then he'll come up in the 9th inning and hit a fucking 3-run homer.
Right.
But sometimes you don't want that. I want the guy that's gonna, like in a match, all right, you're playing,
just get a goddamn walk. How about that?
Yeah.
That's
get a walk.
Instead of swinging the bat, stop swinging. Yeah. Just take the walk. Take what they give you.
Yeah. Sometimes, and I think Baby Bay tries to, like, on that level, he tries to force things.
Yeah. He presses, and you can definitely see that. And it really, really hurts that team because they need him to be just consistent. Yeah. And if he's not contributing, then they are completely dead in the water, floating corpse, bloated, all that. They're terrible.
I'm taking the Valiant. Yeah. That being said, there is so much on the line for them in this game, and it might screw them up pressure-wise, because the Shock did give them a good one last time, but they got to figure out their Mercy problems, but I think they can, and they will, and I think they'll win this.
I think they'll win it handily.
Yeah.
I also think that having the couple of days off for them to reset,
I think so too.
Evaluate some things. They've got a few more days with their new coach. I think they'll come out real strong, and because they know where they are rankings wise, and that the Houston is running away with the division right now,
and also Philadelphia's creeping up on them.
Yeah,
and you can't have that.
Right, and they're about to lose that place too because Philly's creeping up, and
I mean Philly's tied with them, and I mean they got a map differential on them, but
they have a +8 on map differential, but they have the same record, and if Philly has a better record than them, then your map differential does not mean shit.
And the way Philly's been playing, they're going to catch that map differential pretty fast.
They are.
All right, on to the last match for Wednesday. Now, on paper, you guys are going, I don't know about this one. I think it's going to be a good match.
Yeah.
The Gladiators and the Dragons.
the one big thing. Again,
those guys are...
Have the visas gotten sorted out? We don't know. I think that definitely makes a big impact on this, whether or not they are. But at the same time, this is a match where we need to see the Gladiators come out and just pummel. Yeah,
they need to do some work on Shanghai.
Yeah.
And this is a good match for them to with communication stuff that I know they had some communication problems with Fissure and all that. I mean, they've had another week to work with that.
Right.
And when Fissure was on, he had more kills than the Diva.
Right.
Than Bishu. That's a lot for a Winston player, man.
They're a tough team to mess with when Fissure is working at his peak. I think they're a really tough team to beat. So I expect him to be better. Yeah. And I expect their communication to be a lot better in this game in general. So I'm definitely going to be picking the Gladiators in this game.
Yeah.
But I do think that Shanghai takes at least one map.
So do I, because their DPS is on a different level than the Gladiators.
Undead is just a god.
And Undead's a god, and
Dia's right there. He's a demigod.
He's good, yeah. That's one of those things, we've said it before, too. I would love to see those guys, like, if you put them on... What if you put those two, like, even on Florida?
Yeah.
What would happen? Or if you put them on... God forbid you put them on, like London or something.
Right. Oh, man.
Because you'd be talking about them like Birdring and Prophet.
Right. I would love to see Undead play with having even just a decent... that's what I was going to say. Undead and Tivik together?
That would be crazy.
Oh, my God. That would be terrifying.
Or even look at Los Angeles. If you took Surefour and Undead and threw them together, what would that do?
Oh,
that would change the whole dynamic of that team. Or even Dia and Surefour. Because there are other... That's the thing with the Gladiators. Surefour's solid, not exciting, not making crazy plays. He's making solid plays, but they don't have the other DPS.
They don't have
the
that
second
takeover,
DPS.
Sabiobi, I'm going to just...
Undead
this is me.
Guy.
Yeah. Or actually, you put those two guys on the Gladiators as their sole DPS. That puts the Gladiators at a top-tier team instantaneously. Because then they have... Two of the best supports in the league.
Yeah.
Some pretty great tanks, and then two of the best DPS in the league. That immediately
that would change
makes them a completely different team and just probably one of the best in the league, honestly. Yeah. Well, just that damn good.
One good thing is they I don't know if did they put the Doomfist fix in for these guys? They didn't put all the Sombra and all that shit in yet.
I don't know.
They'll probably be on the next match.
I would imagine so.
Those are big changes, though.
Yeah, some of those are pretty big. I feel like some of them could be ones that they snuck in there. I think they might have...
Because
the Doomfist ones, I feel like, is one that they would just sneak in there just because it's minor, but like...
It's just tweaking.
Right.
But hydration plays a lot of Doomfist. That's why I was like, hey, they're going to get a hydration. Because he's really good on Doomfist, too.
Yeah. I know for sure no changes, or the Sombra changes are not coming in until the next stage. And I would imagine the May changes are the same. Even though I would love for those to just get put in right now.
Yeah.
Because I want to see more May.
That Sombra change and that May change.
But I mean, we don't even need the Sombra change right now to see more Sombra because we're seeing her so much already. But yeah, I think we're both going with Gladiators.
In unison, in stereo.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so that is going to be our show for our Wednesday picks. Stay tuned, though, because we're going to have a little special Wednesday edition breaking news stuff from Overwatch in general and how we think it's going to kind of affect the new
the next stage. How things are going to go in the next meta.
The next meta. So in case you guys haven't heard, it's Jetpack Cat. On the back of Junker Queen.
Yes.
And they're just actually throwing Torbjorn and Symmetra at people.
Yeah. But like they don't shoot weapons. You just literally are throwing their dead bodies at people, and that's your projectile.
Yes, because Jeff Kaplan said you have to get Symmetra into this league somehow. So Symmetra has become a projectile.
Yes.
It's going to be... Well, you guys have heads. The Brigitte thing, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get on a server and get a little footage, but right now, I don't think so, because Stylos has probably made about 17 videos. and O'Nickel and everybody else that we like to watch.
Yep.
But anyway, guys, we'll see you later on in the day. And
catch you guys on the next one.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button.
All that good stuff.
hit us in the comments down below. We're liking some of the comments you guys have been leaving us.
Yeah, we really appreciate them. And just tell anyone and everyone you can that would even be remotely interested, please.
Yeah. Get them on. We'd like to talk. We can talk about Overwatch all day. I mean, you guys listen to us.
Absolutely. We can jabber on about anything for a very long time.
Just throw a topic down the bottom.
Right.
We'll just start talking about it.
For sure.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Later, guys.